Hello and welcome to the Futurist 3D video training series. My name is Jeff Christiana and this is video number 8 of the Skeinforge 47 video series on how to use Cool. So basically the cooling function allows you to print an object that is fairly skinny, and it basically will orbit and allow it to cool before continuing. So it just keeps you from overheating your object. So the bridge cool, so here you activate cool, so that activates all these features. So bridge cool in Celsius. If the layer is a bridge layer, then cool will lower the temperature by the bridge cool degrees in Celsius. So what's good about this is when you're doing a bridge, you don't want your plastic too hot or you're going to have sagging. So this here will lower the temperature. So basically we're going to be doing 1 Celsius is what it cools down to. Sometimes cool gets in the way because you've got the orbiting, you've got dripping plastic, you've got issues, but with these settings that I have, it seems to work the best. And sometimes you can try turning cool off, turn on, but I have it set to where it doesn't cause any problems. So your cool type default is slow down. You also have orbit. So basically my tool head, instead of orbiting, I'm having it slow down. So it's going to get to that area, it's going to slow down, and it's going to extrude 1 Celsius less than the rest. So the maximum cool, if it takes less time to extrude a layer than the minimum layer time, the cool will lower the temperature by the maximum cool setting times the layer time over the minimum layer time. So the default, well, that default setting is 2, but our setting is 1. So that's the maximum cool. And then you got maximum layer time in seconds. This defines the minimum amount of time the extruder will spend on a layer. This is an important setting. So default is 60 seconds. We've got it set to 5 seconds. Minimum orbital radius. Basically, the minimum orbital radius, when the orbit cool type is selected, so up here cool type, if you select orbit, this will take effect. If the area of the largest island is as large as the square of the minimal orbital radius, which is set to 10 millimeters, then the orbits will be just within the island. If the island is smaller, then the orbits will be in a square of the minimal orbital radius around the center of the island. This is so that the hot extruder does not stay too close to small islands. So essentially we can use this example here. If you have that set and it's due in the center here, it's going around, it's going to go out 10 millimeters and orbit away from your object to give it time to cool. And the name of alteration files, there is a cooln.g code and a coolstart.g code. I do not use these G-code files. I'm just using the defaults. Orbital outset millimeters. When the orbit cool type is selected, the orbits will be outset around the largest island by orbital outset millimeters. If orbital outset is negative, the orbits will be inset instead. And this here will basically turn your fan on, adding the machine code of 106, and that'll turn the fan on at the beginning of the fabrication, and it'll also turn off the fan at the end of the fabrication with an M107 command. So that is the cool function. From what we have set here, it works very well. depending on the object, you might have to change your cool time. You may play with changing this to orbit and see if that works better, but slowing the process down seems to work very well, except it affects your print time, but so is orbiting, and orbiting allows the extruder to drip and ooze. So I feel that the settings here will meet the needs of most people. So we will see you in the next video.